Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Entropia content. Boy, what's new with you guys? I don't know. Today, not having an easy time with my Windows computer. God, I hate Windows so much. It's like I just want to take Windows and throw it in the fucking trash. Their customer support is useless. Their fucking instructions on how to set shit up is fucking useless. Sorry I'm so pissed, but every day I try to get into my computer, it asks me for a password. I'm like, Windows, I'm the only person in my house. I do not want to have to log in with a password every fucking time I turn on my computer. So what do? I look up the settings. It's like, oh, you can just turn into auto boot or whatever. So I go into NetWiz, set up the auto boot, set everything so it says, okay, it won't ask for a password now. Reset my computer, guess what it does? Ask for a fucking password. Every fucking time. I've asked all the customer support and they're just like, oh, just change it so that it doesn't ask you. Well, I've done that and it fucking still does every goddamn time. So fucking annoying. So I started a whole new support case and we'll see if they can fucking fix it, but I swear to God, like I seen some people saying that it's like your account password and your Windows 10 password aren't synced. So it keeps defaulting back to another thing and asking for a password. Like, well, I don't give a shit what it is. Just turn the fucking password shit off. Like, I've gone into every option to do that, every person, and I followed all the instructions. It even saves and says it won't ask for the password. But does it? Yes. Every time it asks for the fucking password. God damn it, I almost want to take the computer and just throw it in the fucking trash. It's done this from the fucking day I fucking got it. It just won't accept the fucking password. I've even changed all the passwords. I'm like, okay, I've changed it now. Can you accept it now? No. Still won't. And then the only way I can fix it is to go into the bottom, click to log in through my email, and then it can log in. But I don't want to fucking do that every goddamn time I turn on my fucking computer. Sorry to fucking rant, but man, if anyone knows how to fix that problem, you'll save me fucking years of work. I've been trying to fix this problem for, I'd say, 2.5 fucking years. Every day I fucking look it up and try to figure it out. No one fucking knows. So many people are having the same problem. Fucking, it's like rocket science to fucking have your computer turn on. Fucking Microsoft. Fucking Bill Gates, get your fucking head out of your ass. Stop working on fucking injecting people and fix your fucking Windows. Piece of shit. Okay, sorry to vent like that. Let's try some construction. Oh man, it sickens me. Can't even fucking use your own computer without fucking constantly being drilled for passwords. Go fuck yourself, Microsoft. Jesus. Man, I swear, they could give me a 40,000 pet Hall of Fame and I'd still say, fuck, I'm pissed because of this stupid shit. Yeah, I think maybe one of these days I am going to have to switch to Linux. I can't fucking stand Windows 10 and they're way past the update. They were supposed to come out with a new version of Windows years ago. I was like, man, maybe that's what I'll just do. I'll just wait till the new version of Windows and maybe then I can fucking log into my goddamn computer. Like, I can log in, but I want to log in automatically. I don't want to fucking put the password in every time. I went into the NetWiz commands or whatever, changed everything. Says, I clicked that little box saying require login. Changed it. Nothing. So I even put it back to the old setting and then changed it back. Some people say try doing it a few times. Sometimes it'll get it to work. No, still the fucking same problem. Holy horse shit. Oh well. It's like, I know there's worse problems in the world, but man, God, that's like one of the most annoying things ever. Can't even fucking use your own computer. It's like, I don't understand, like, why they have to make it so complicated. Why can't they just have a setting that actually fucking works? Is it rocket science to have a fucking computer that's able to turn on? Is that beyond Bill Gates' fucking comprehension? And here, we want to trust him with our fucking health? God damn no. fucking Bill Gates could have the fucking cure to immortality and fucking offer it, and I'd be like, fuck you, Gates. I ain't taking bullshit from you for anything. You fucking moron. Can't even design a computer that can fucking turn on. Jesus. Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I can't believe start my day off like this every day. Every fucking day. First thing I do, I go to turn on my computer and then this fucking bullshit again and again and again. Every fucking day for years. Oh my god. That's one thing MindArc has good going for them. You can actually boot in better than fucking Microsoft. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. You ever notice that same problem with MindArc? It's like, hey, I have a computer that's in my house, and I'm the only person who lives here and uses computers. So could I just like log into Entropia automatically? That setting does not exist. You have to sit there putting in your password every fucking day. Oh, I'm putting in my password so someone doesn't steal my account, even though no one else fucking lives in my house. Who the hell is gonna be fucking stealing my account? Fucking morons. Oh god. And it's like, oh, we're doing it for your protection. Yeah, my protection from what? The non-existent people? Fuck. I can't believe it. I did this full condition, click, and they won't even give me one ped, right? God damn it. Stupid crafting run too, man. Oh. Gotta try to think positive. At least today I'm gonna go play a game of disc golf. Oh man, yeah, last night, or all day yesterday, spent the whole day trimming plants again. Woke up crack of dawn, started trimming the plants. Trimmed them right till fucking 2 in the morning. Did I finish? Not even close. I think this year I've already spent about 120 hours trimming plants. That's what I was thinking, like, dear God, man, if all this weed ended up going bad on me because the fucking freezer bags don't arrive, I'll have just spent, like, I don't know, months of fucking a 40-hour work week just fucking trimming the fucking weed over and over just for it all to go bad because the fucking freezer wrap bags that I ordered from Amazon are like a month and a half late. I paid for the faster shipping. Month and a half later, still not here. Checked with Amazon, they're like, oh, don't worry, it's on the way. On the way fucking what? It was supposed to be here in 2 days. Month and a half fucking later, it still isn't here. Oh my god. Is it? And then people are like, oh, just go buy other freezer bags. Well, fuck, I'm stuck where I've got the fucking pandemic. I'm not supposed to be shopping because my fucking uncle, and now I fucking can't even order shit online. Great. What am I gonna do? Fucking order freezer bags from China and hope it can beat it here for Amazon? Piece of shit. No, I sent my roommate because she's doing all the shopping. She just refuses to get the freezer bags. She's like, oh, I'll get them somewhere else. I can't find them. I'm like, freezer bags? You can't find them. It's like every fucking food store should be selling them. Apparently, no, she can't find them anywhere. So I'm probably going to spend all this time trimming this weed and it's all going to go bad. And I'm putting it in the jars and the fucking jars just don't keep it. It turns brown. I don't know, has anyone had that where you put your weed in jars and it just fucking turns brown? Everyone's like, oh, jars are the perfect way to store weed. It's like, are they? You want all your weed to turn brown and stale? Well then, the jars are perfect for you. Now I'm hoping one of these days I'll wake up and shit's gonna go good. It's like I've had fucking years of fucking bullshit every day, just horse shit, every fucking morning. I haven't had things work out good in the morning for, I don't know. I'd say since I had my old Windows 7 computer. That one, hit the button, just turns on. I can start using my computer. No login bullshit. It was fucking like a dream. I miss Windows 7 so much. This Windows 10 is fucking, dear God, horseshit after horseshit after horseshit. Fucking can't stand Windows 10. And of course, that's the fucking Windows version that they're gonna make us use for fucking ever. Is it too hard to ask? Like last year, I think the year before, they were supposed to come out with a new version of Windows. Because they're way overdue. And everyone fucking can't stand Windows 10. It's fucking horseshit. Can't even fucking turn the computer on. That's beyond the capabilities of Windows 10. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to get a fucking ulcer from using Windows 10. Wonder if you can sue Bill Gates for that, right? Nah, I'm not into suing people. I just joke about that, but man, if I was, I would sue Bill Gates. You forced me to use your stupid Windows 10, and it doesn't even work. Can't even fucking log into the computer. Turn it on, just asks you for fucking passwords. It's like, I don't want to be giving you passwords every day, Microsoft. I just want the computer to turn on. It's like asking for a fucking miracle. Oh man, how many days till fucking Sober October is over? 15 for me. Great. Well, it's good in a way because I still got so much shit I need to get done. And I'd like to say that being sober is helping, but it sure ain't helping me fix the fucking login password. Oh well. No, it's funny. I found a new way to make money. If you want to make money in Entropia, I just realized. I'm like, I'm really getting sick of fucking waiting and waiting and waiting to try to complete this fucking Lesser Elijah mission by mining my fucking Lesser or Listerium. So I'm like, oh, I'll just log on to the auction on Next Island. Just buy some Listerium. Guess what? All the Listerium on this planet sells for like 120% markup. I'm like, holy horse shit, that's like way overpriced. So I'm like, fuck, now what do I gotta do? I gotta order Listerium from another planet because no one here is selling Listerium for cheap. So I was saying maybe instead of bitching about that, I could offer it as advice. If anyone wants to make some profit, come to Next Island and sell Listerium for less than 120% markup. Because right now the auction is just flooded with 100% or 120% markup Listerium. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking stop this bitching and just fucking get some shit done. Fucking horseshit. I'm so sick of it. I'm just going to Calypso, ordering the fucking Listerium, and getting it to ship it here, and I'll do it tomorrow. So that's the manly way of doing stuff. Instead of being a fucking victim, just fucking get your shit done. Get your shit together and stop bitching. Now I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. See? All the Listerium on this planet. Oh, there is some a little bit less than 120 now. See? Everyone's selling one fucking... That's what it be. People are selling it for this price so that people can buy it off them to complete this stupid crafting mission. Right, so I'm just buying it from fucking Calypso. Fuck the overchargers. I'd rather pay the fucking money to ship it here than give it to someone who's just ripping people off or charging extra. Shouldn't say it's a rip off, it's a service they're offering for people who are too fucking lazy to order it from Calypso. Alright, so hopefully I can use this to my advantage, and where's the buyout? 155. Alright, so 12 hours from now I'll have enough Listerium to finish that fucking mission, and I don't have to keep doing the daily missions anymore to get it. Alright, so let's go check out that place and see if the daily mission is open yet. I wouldn't mind to do it. I still like the mission, but it's just taking forever to fucking get what I need. We'll check out the Crystal Peak Teleporter too, because maybe that Riverside, or what's his name, Socrates, will be there giving out the shirts. That'd be kind of nice. Get some free shit to cheer myself up. Now I swear to God, like man, if anyone can fix that fucking login problem, I'll give him a fucking 100 ped. I swear to God. If you know how to fucking get it fixed and it actually works on my computer, I'll pay you 100 ped. There's a fucking reward for anyone who can fix the stupid copy of Windows. Like I've gone and done the NetWiz thing. I've changed all the passwords multiple times to see if that would fix it. But no, nothing. Still, every time I turn on the computer, it asks me for a fucking password, saying that the one that it has set for it automatically is incorrect. So where can I change this automatic password? That's probably the fucking problem solution there. If anyone knows how to find out that. Boom, there, problem fixed. Alright, I think I have enough probes on me already. Oh man. Now I just created a new support page for Microsoft too. So we'll see if either of you guys can help. If you guys can beat Microsoft to it, you got 100 ped waiting for you. I have to fucking pay money just to fucking make my computer fucking turn on. Piece of shit. Now I asked one of my friends and he's like, oh, it's easy. Do this, do this, do that. Followed all the steps. Still the fucking same problem. Turn on the computer. It says that the login that it has is incorrect. Password information. Ask me to re-enter it. And then I have to go to the bottom right, change it to the Microsoft account, and then fucking put in the password, and then I can get in. But, so I'm thinking maybe what the problem is there must be some sort of difference between the lock screen password and your Microsoft email address password. Like every time I go to change passwords, it's like, oh, would you like to change your Microsoft email password? I'm like, no, I'm looking to change the fucking password that keeps fucking up every time I turn on the computer. Why the fuck would I want to change my email password? I'm trying to fucking change the lock-in screen password, not my fucking email. And then Microsoft is like, oh, it's both the same one. Well, if it's both the same one, how come it's not fucking working then? Piece of shit. Alright, so yeah, maybe one of you guys is like a computer expert. You can fix this problem. If you can, you're far superior than all of Microsoft's customer support. None of them can figure out how to fix the computer to be able to turn on. It's fucking beyond their fucking capability. They're focusing on injections for people. Like, oh, we're gonna force you to get an injection. It's like, really? You can't even get my fucking computer to turn on. You want to inject me with something? How about you go fuck yourself? Jesus. Okay, relax, relax. La la la. Yeah, what's the most irritating problem that you've ever encountered with computers? Are you guys able to just have your computer turn on? Fucking lucky you. It's like, man, you must have paid a lot for that computer. It turns on, fucking amazing. Nah, I was thinking too, like I spent thousands on this computer, and asking it to turn on is too much. Oh God, I fucking hate computers. It reminds me of the good old XSplit problems, where I can't even use XSplit. Holy shit, why do I have 20 peds worth of survey probes? Did someone see me buy a whole bunch of probes by accident? I must have did that. Now, yesterday was fun. After I logged off from you guys, I started to walk back to this place, and I just kept finding fruit everywhere. So that was pretty sweet. Some shit's going good these days. I shouldn't complain about trimming all my weed, because the weed did turn out really good, I think. I can't even test it right now. So yeah, that'd be sweet. If all of a sudden my weed is good. But yeah, I forgot. I don't need to buy these minerals anymore, so now I can just do regular probe drops. Save half the fucking probes. Still get the blueprint. And at least I can get some oil for my ship this way. So I get the daily blueprints and get oil for my ship all at once. It's fucking smarter than Microsoft. Oh, sweet. My tool's too damaged to dig now. That's good. Finally, use that one up. Now I can just throw it in the fucking horse trash. Now, that's the funny thing. You ever notice how MindArt came out with all those things like gold key passwords, this little sucker here, and a whole bunch of different ways to log into your computer or your account, but just having it log in, like just click enter, log in, is too much to fucking ask, right? Oh, someone might rob your computer. Yeah, someone's gonna break into my house and fucking log into my Entropia account and try stealing the money out of my account. Sure they are. That's why I want to spend fucking 10 hours a fucking year just putting in my fucking password over and over and over again. I was thinking, can you imagine how faster the Entropia log screen would be if you could just hit boot and it just loaded the game? That'd be fucking amazing. That'd be the best update I think I'd ever see to Entropia. You could just hit a button, get into your computer. You don't have to fucking put in passwords over and over again. That's what I find funny. Like, I'm playing a lot of other games on like my cell phone and stuff. They have all these like real money purchases. Your accounts are fucking worth a fortune. They don't ask you to put a password in every time. Just hit enter, you're into your account. It's like fucking rocket science, right? Now I should get on to some more interesting stuff instead of bitching. Sorry guys. No, what happened was last night I was trimming my plants, and what do you know, YouTube just skipped along and found a video that they thought I would like. So I watched half of it last night, and man, was it good. They booted up an episode of Joe Rogan's podcast, and I noticed that there had been some UFO content on it before, but most of the UFO community stuff I've heard over and over and over again. So I really don't care to listen to it because I'm like, holy shit, this is just something I've heard 100 times before. But what they had is that guy that makes movies about, what's his name? Not Steve Lear. I think, yeah, let me check what it is. Yeah, I got the other UFO guy mixed up. This one is, what's his name? Fuck, I just had it. For God's sakes, I just had it. Bob Lazar, that's it. Yeah, so Bob Lazar, back when I first started getting into UFO stuff, let's see, I'll bring up his Wikipedia page. Yeah, so what happened was, is this Bob Lazar guy apparently used to work at Area 51, and he got into it too deep, like his job there, and he started to wonder that if they were going to kill him. Because, you know, if you get too much information, people are always like, oh, the government jobs will turn on you and kill you and stuff, especially at Area 51. So when did he start talking about this? Let me check. I don't know, I think it was the 1990s or something. Fuck, it's not even saying. Alright, so it says that he was hired in the late 1980s to try to reverse engineer UFOs, which I think that story right there, I don't think Bob Lazar, either he doesn't know or he's like covering up some of his story. This idea that aliens are hiring people, or no, that, yeah, that the aliens are in charge of Area 51, but they're also hiring people to try to reverse engineer their technology. And I think that's kind of a little bit ridiculous, because I'm like, really, these aliens are so advanced. Or no, he thinks it's the government in charge of Area 51, and they're trying to reverse engineer this alien technology, and they're hiring people to do it. But my guess is that it's not really the government in charge of Area 51, it's the aliens themselves. So they didn't actually recover crashed ships. They're getting humans to analyze their technology. Why they would want humans to analyze their technology? I think it's because alien species are actually at war with each other. There's more than one faction of them. So maybe they figured that, hey, they could help defeat the other aliens that they're in battle with if they get some secret technology from humans that none of the other aliens could develop on their own. Because for some reason these aliens are fascinated with us, that we're able to come up with shit that even they couldn't. So I thought that was kind of funny that Bob Lazar thinks that the government is in charge of Area 51 and they're the ones trying to get this alien weapon technology from a crashed ship. I was like, what are the odds that aliens would even crash a ship, right? Their technology is definitely going to be far beyond crashing. It's like, we can almost fly safe places. Like, why the hell would they be crashing? Yeah, so he comes on Bob's or Joe Rogan's show, and he talked a lot about some of the other stuff, and I think all the other stuff he is pretty accurate about. Like, people used to mock him for years because he was calling this anti-gravity element 115. And people, like, back then rightfully said, this 115 shit doesn't exist, Bob. You're fucking crazy, right? So what happened was, let's see. No, so later on, I'll bring up what day it is. It turns out, as years and years went by, the government actually decided to try making new elements, and one of the new elements they made was 115, and it just so happens that it matches all the properties that Bob was talking about. So yeah, and it was first synthesized in 2003. So there was like a good decade or two where fucking he was talking about this element before it actually existed in our own technical abilities. So right there, it's like you should wonder, hey, something's actually to this guy's story, or how does he know about elements that didn't even exist yet? Not to mention he knew all the properties. He could just guess the element, I guess, but how would he know that it had anti-gravity properties and shit, right? So anyways, Bob Lazar was talking about how these alien ships are using element 115, and they're using anti-gravity technology. And they're using it to power their ships, and they can go like ridiculous speeds because they don't have gravity hindering them. So the guy that was on the show last night, he was just the guy that interviewed Bob Lazar first. I think, what is his name, George Knapp or whatever, the one guy from Coast to Coast, the radio show. So they had him on, and they had the other guy that did the documentary, and they were going over the interview that they had with Bob to see if they could like learn anything more just by talking and discussing it. Fuck, creatures everywhere, eh? Sons of bitches. Now, the one thing that really piques my interest about it too is that Bob started to talk about how anti-gravity technology can be used for more things than just space travel, right? Once you have anti-gravity, you can actually start manipulating space-time. So you basically have a time travel machine if you have anti-gravity. And then when I started researching gravity myself, like mapping the gravity wells around the planet, I started to realize that, hey, this gravity technology is not only for time and traveling in space, but you can also use it to terraform planets. And then I started to realize not only are you able to terraform the planet, like how the land is shaped, but you can also use it to terraform species that evolve on planets. Like there's a specific gravity well field for Australia. So I was thinking if I went to another planet and I wanted to create marsupials like that Australia has, I would just have to make sure that the planet has that gravity well point on a piece of land. And then anything that evolves on that piece of land is going to be a marsupial. And I was thinking too, like you could take that to the next level and say, hey, instead of creating marsupials, there's probably a gravity well field that can create humans as well. So I was thinking if aliens came to Earth, holy fuck, I can't even mine because these creatures are blocking everywhere that I normally walk. Sons of bitches. Yeah, so I was thinking, geez, like, give me some anti-gravity technology. Not only could I create a planet Earth, like similar to our Earth, but I could even model the fucking species that are going to evolve here. So I was thinking, can you imagine that's how our Earth was created and stuff? Some species that had anti-gravity technology. Not only did it allow them to fly here at any point in time, but it also allowed them to create whatever life forms they wanted on the planet. So I was like, Jesus, if Bob Lazar was able to crack this anti-gravity technology, you basically have the secret to the fucking holodeck, right? Like, you know in Star Trek, they had the holodeck and then they had the arch? It's like once you have that arch, you can change anything that's in the holodeck. So that's basically what anti-gravity technology is. It's like giving you the arch so you can manipulate the planet however you want. And I don't know, like I'm pretty sure once we get that type of technology, that's like the game changer, right? Like a lot of things are going to change once we have anti-gravity. That's why it's kind of funny, like in their show they talked about mostly just, oh, we could travel faster with this anti-gravity. I was thinking, geez, Bob, you should really get into, hey, we could also like change not only time and space, but how things are evolving and how oh fuck man, this creature's gonna kill me. Goddamn irritating day today, man. I can't even fucking mine. Getting fucking killed by stupid ass creatures. Now where are they gonna spawn me? Probably somewhere mental. Fundamental. Yeah, so they were going on and on about all this stuff on the podcast last night. It was neat to hear some more information about Bob. Oh yeah, they spawned me somewhere horrible. Not surprised. Okay, I want to go over there, but can I? No. Excuse me. Now, the only thing that I found weird with Bob, while they were talking about on the show yesterday, is the reason that the government, or whoever it was, hired Bob to work at Area 51 is that his background was a little bit shady. So if anything ever happened, they could discredit him pretty easily. And I forget what it was. It's like he used to like setting off illegal fireworks shows. Apparently he's like an inventor who likes to make crazy shit. And a lot of the shit he invents is like borderline illegal. So they could easily like shut him down. Charge him for stuff. But what a genius too. Like people like mocked his credentials and said he isn't really a scientist because a lot of the places that he said he worked at, they all turned on him and said that he didn't work for them ever. But then he's like, okay, well then why is my name in the fucking company directory from like 1980 or whatever, right? But still, they always deny it and deny it. And then they showed too when one time they took Bob to one of the places, the labs he said he used to work, and everyone knew him there and said hi and they just let him walk in. So it's like, if everyone knows him at this lab, why would they assume, or how would they get away with saying that he never worked there? Yeah, but it's pretty weird. Like, I wonder, like, they were talking too about how the government has started to admit some of the stuff with UFOs this year. So maybe we're actually getting closer to having this anti-gravity technology ourselves. Not to mention that we've already simulated the element that's required. And they said the problem with our element 115 is we haven't been able to make it stable yet. And Bob actually had a sample of it that I don't know if he stole it from the lab he was working at or they let him keep it. But yeah, apparently he had some 115 and he used to record videos showing how it could bend light. It's like usually bending light isn't the easiest thing to do, right? Unless you're using mirrors or something. Alright, well, let's get a quick message from the sponsor while I keep running to that. I'm not really seeing any fruit on the ground. I'm going to try mining somewhere else. This place is kind of pissing me off today. Can you tell everything's pissing me off today? Today's anti-Microsoft episode is brought to you by Crack! Crack, it'll fuck you up. Worse than Microsoft. Yeah, so I shouldn't be so pissed about Microsoft passwords and stuff. Really, we're at the most exciting age in human history, right? We cracked that fucking anti-gravity technology. The only thing I worry about it is I'm pretty sure that the immortal gods actually created the universe and they created it to simulate death and having no technology, like sort of like dumbing yourself down so you can enjoy life more. How people get hammered and stoned because they're tired of being like too good at everything, so they dumb themselves down. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like if humanity actually did crack the code for anti-gravity and all of a sudden could create universes and stuff, wouldn't that have already broke the purpose of why we're here in the first place? So maybe that would be the end of the simulation sort of thing, right? Because I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but everything that exists in our universe, like our Earth and our history, it's always mysteries, always mysteries. It's almost like everything was written as this really complex novel that it's a mystery and people are supposed to try to solve it. I noticed that's when I was releasing a lot of information that I've been researching on like the ancient immortals and stuff. People kept messaging me and saying, hey, you shouldn't be sharing this information and stuff. Like, it's for everyone to try to figure out, and it's kind of like a birthday party that's a surprise, right? You're not supposed to like break the surprise for everyone. And I always thought that was fucked. I'm like, so what? Are you guys saying that you actually know this stuff already and you're just not telling anyone? It's kind of fucked up. That's what I wonder too. The whole world is sort of like upside down these days, so it's like maybe that's because like we're getting closer and closer to the end of the mystery, right? You know, when the novel reaches its climax or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I can't stand mining here. I don't know, I used to like mining here because I wasn't getting attacked by creatures all the time, but now that I'm getting attacked, I'm like, this place is useless to me now. I'm wasting all these probes, not even finding anything because I'm just walking in the same circles over and over again because I got these fucking mobs that are trying to kill me. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, be peaceful, be nice. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen these days. If I had to guess, we're getting close to some other big major news. So as much as this fucking shit sucks, don't worry guys. Well, I can't say for sure, but if I had to guess, there's something else coming. It's not just going to be a horseshit year pandemic. There's something else with it. No, and that's the thing too. It's like if intelligent life, like say aliens, like a civilization like Star Trek was everywhere, wouldn't they have already made contact with the Earth by now? Or maybe it's like that fucking that theory that if aliens came here, they would just not show themselves until we reach a certain level of technology. And that's the whole fucking shit that we're experiencing with the moon. When we got to the moon, they said, hey guys, you're not allowed to travel any further in here until you reach a certain point in technology. So they told us not to come back to the moon, and it's been like 50 years and we still haven't gone back. Now, the explanations for why we haven't gone back to the moon is kind of interesting. I remember when President Obama was in office, you said that he would go back to the moon, but it would take NASA a minimum of 20 years to develop the technology to go to the moon. And then I was like, wait a minute, NASA's already been to the moon, and they developed the technology in under 10 years. And that was in the like fucking olden days, right? So where are they getting this idea that it's going to take over 20 years to get back to the moon? It makes no sense whatsoever. So Obama's administration was definitely fishy when it came to that. See, the fucking menu doesn't even work. Like, is it too much to ask for the fucking teleporter menu to work? See, there, now it can. So why does it always lock so that I can't even move up and down without it moving automatically? What is wrong with this game? Alright, so tomorrow's episode should be more exciting. At least I'll be able to do that Lesser Elijah crafting run. Finish that. Oh, that reminds me. If that's the case, then I have to finish my crafting run. Alright, let's try finishing my crafting run here. Looks like there's some people hanging out here already, so maybe this is a good place to finish it. Now, if anyone's wondering what happened with my dream yesterday and if I managed to find any news broadcasts about a ship sinking, it's kind of funny. I typed it into Google and I typed in ship sinking, and they were saying like the only recent ship sinking was like years ago. And I was kind of surprised at that. I'm like, really? No ship has sank in the past like week or two? So I was like, oh, I guess I won't be finding any ship sinking stories. Yeah, look at this place. It's all destroyed. But I like it. I like a mess. Reminds me of my life. They all put a hi in the chat. Hey everybody. There's only one guy here, but I'll say hi everybody just in case. Yeah, so then later on in the day, I think it was around dinner time or maybe lunch or something, it's like, man, I'm going to look it up again, see if I can find any ship sinking news. And then boom, ship sinking story came up. So I'm like, okay, what is this? Is this the same as the dream? And then I checked, and it was the same ship from my dream, same size, and they called it a freaking tugboat, not a houseboat. I was thinking that made more sense, because in the dream, my brother was asking me to try to repair the thing, and I did something to it that fucked it up, so that when we were gone on lunch and came back, it sank. And I was like, oh shit, it was my fault, right? Like, I did something, I didn't even know what. So I was like, man, I wonder what I did that sank the ship. And then I found out that that's what the news story was. They said that this tugboat had actually crashed or sank, I forget, last year or something. And they've been doing the investigation for all this time to try to figure out what it was. And then that was the news story that broke out. Yesterday was the day they solved what it was. And guess what it was? It was one of the maintenance workers had fucked up something. I forget, they put a pin or forgot to put a pin in a place or something. And then just because of that one fuck up, the ship sank. So I was like, oh god, that actually was pretty much the same as my dream. That was pretty weird. The only thing I didn't like about it is normally when I have dreams like that, I don't need to look anything up. It'll just appear the next day. So I was like, maybe that is a little bit of a stretch, actually having to look it up. So, I don't know. And I didn't have any electrical fire stuff yesterday, thank God. Although my mom was talking about it. She was saying the microwave and shit has been sparking, and I'm like, oh fuck. That's what I had in my dream too, was that there's some sort of electrical problems that were going to start a fire. It's like, fuck. I better try to either get a new microwave or find out what's wrong with the outlet. Maybe we'll have to replace the outlet. You know, sometimes outlets get fucked after a while and you have to replace them. They've been plugging in the hole too many times over and over and it got worn out. Get your mind out of the gutter. Now they were talking about too, is when you get Bob Lazar into an interview, He usually dumbs down the interview to like the level of the person he's talking to, because he can't really get into the scientific details with most people. But then the interviewer guy said that he took Bulbasaur and took him to like another like advanced science guy, I forget, that he used to work with or something. And then he started to hear them talking about the research and stuff together. He's like, holy shit, the stuff they talked about was like light years beyond what we covered in our interviews. So I don't know, have you guys heard about the Bulbasaur story? Do you think he's full of shit? Do you think he was just inventing elements and they just happened to come up in real science like decades later? No, apparently part of the whole story was that when he was looking in the craft windows, the ones he was trying to reverse engineer, they actually had one of the original pilots in it. And he looked in, he's like, holy shit, was like that a fucking alien that he just saw? So it was like right there, that's probably evidence that they didn't get a crashed ship, right? Like, why would they have a crashed ship if the fucking aliens are still in it, right? If I had to guess, it's actually fucking the aliens that have been controlling Area 51. They control the moon. Probably control our highest levels of government, so that's why they're killing people off like JFK and stuff. It's not going according to their plan, so they'll wipe people out. I don't know, I was thinking, you guys ever hear the Area 51 caller? I guess I can't really play it. Maybe I could for the show. Yeah, I'll see if I can. Yeah, so there was this caller from Area 51. The one day that, Coast to Coast, who was the host back then? Art Bell. He offered anyone who wanted to call in from Area 51 and disclose what's going on there. So this former employee happened to call into the show. And they drilled him a bit, and he's like, yeah, he was former employee, so they're like, okay, we'll trust you on that. And then he started to tell like what was going on, and he said that he was super paranoid because he's already quit and left, and they're tracking his positions, and he constantly has people stalking him and shit. And he said he couldn't talk long on the radio because they would translate or triangulate where he was and shut down the broadcast. So he starts telling them like what he's worried about, and he says that the aliens that we're thinking of as like alien like greys flying around in nuts and bolt ships. He's like, oh no. The aliens are way more advanced than flying around in nuts and bolt ships. He's like, the aliens are actually like interdimensional energy beings, like sort of like the immortals that are light beings. And he's like, they're actually fucking controlling the entire planet, the universe. They've created everything. It's not like they fly around in a ship. They're fucking immortals that have created the entire universe, right? That's how fucking advanced they are. They're not like just 100 years in the future from us or 1,000. They're like trillions. They are the gods, right? That's why we don't see aliens flying around in space everywhere. It's because space was created by the immortals. And the only people they've put in the universe is us, as far as we can tell. Well, that should be another key, too, that the entire universe is like a simulation. Why would we be the only ones in it, right? And not knowing how we got here, isn't that kind of fucked, too? It's like, here we are on a planet. There's that whole theory that we evolved from animals or whatever, but that's total bullshit, right? Like, you look at the steps of evolution, and there's like giant fucking missing links. There's not just one. There's like thousands of missing links. We don't have the links from fucking microbes to larger end creatures. No other creatures are turning into other creatures. Like, insects do not turn into mammals. We know that's a fact. Now, how many years you give them. And then not to mention, you know, those fossil records, sometimes they find something stuck in amber. They'll like find a lizard that's been stuck in amber for like 50 million years. And then they look at it and it's identical to the lizards we have today. So it's like it hasn't evolved or changed or anything in like hundreds of millions of years. So it's like if this evolution or changing one species into another, like a fucking one day a fish wakes up and it flies away or turns into an insect or something. It's like it's total bullshit, right? Whatever's created our universe is not evolution. Maybe there's like small adaptations and stuff, but even those are very minuscule. Yeah, and then they show the fossil record where they come up with these creatures. There's like half alligator, half platypus or something. And then when you look closer into those, it turns out those are all fakes from like the 1900s, where people are trying to say they found the missing link and they found this great evidence. Turns out to be just a hoax. Some creature that they stitched together in a fucking zoo or something. Now, there was a lot of hoaxes in the old days where they tried to prove scientific theories, and it's weird how so many of them are still grasped onto. Like, I noticed NASA. Have you guys ever noticed how they go on and on about how, like, water is so amazing when they find it somewhere? There's a fucking university professor in my city proved in the 1990s that the sun is shooting out fucking gallons or millions of gallons of water every second and just sprays it everywhere in the entire solar system. So everything is covered in fucking water. And same thing with every other planet, stars and stuff too. So it's like, why does NASA keep pretending like when they find water, it's like, oh, it's so rare, it's so rare. It's like, no, actually water's everywhere. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But anyway, so that Area 51 caller called in and he said these interdimensional beings are planning for like a huge fucking disaster to occur on the Earth, and they're not planning on moving people to the safe areas. And he was pissed and he left Area 51 because he said they had time, they could move everyone to safe areas, but they're not. So he's like, he didn't like that. He's like, you shouldn't be killing off majority of the people on the planet. Just move them to the safe areas so everyone can be okay. So over the years and years, I always wonder, like, what the hell is he talking about? That some disaster is coming and there's going to be safe areas. And then when I was making the gravity well map, I think I discovered what it is. Is the fucking safe areas that he's talking about is where the ice age is shifting. You know, our planet has had multiple ice ages throughout the eons. Well, there's, lo and behold, another ice age coming. Ironically, we're paying a fucking tax to make it colder while we're on the verge of another fucking ice age. But it's actually already begun in most places. They should, like, my gravity well research has shown that we have two sets of poles. Obviously the magnetic and the physical, but I mean two physicals. So we have two north poles and two south poles, and our planet is on the tilt because of that, because it's constantly switching back and forth. It goes from the normal south pole to the opposite, and then the opposite north pole to the normal, and it keeps switching back and forth. And the hard part for us to realize is it takes a long time to happen, like tens of thousands of years, and we haven't really had human history recorded that long. Well, I guess we have like, what, 10,000 years or whatever? So it was like, man, we're coming up to that next ice age, and what's going to happen is a great portion of the Earth that used to be warm is going to have a fucking ice sheet. It's going to crush everything. And then the parts that used to be cold are going to warm up. And there's tons of evidence for this. When you look at Antarctica, when they go under the ice, what do they find? It's fucking tropical paradise plants that are frozen under it. So we can see that, yeah, fucking Antarctica used to be a tropical paradise back when the ice age happens. It shifted the pole in the south. And where the other south pole happens to be Australia. That's what I showed in my gravity well map. Australia and Antarctica are two halves of one giant south pole that used to exist. So that's what's going to happen. So I was like, holy shit, man. I think that's what the Area 51 caller was talking about. We're getting a new ice age. And it's already shown, like Canada's east coast. You probably noticed on the media, they always talk about the heat records. Technically, they are right. But what they're showing is heat records in places that used to be colder and are getting warmer because of the pole shift. And what they're not telling everyone is that the other half of the planet is getting fucking colder. Like all of Canada's east coast, we smashed all the cold records on recorded record. Like, what was it, Ottawa? Coldest day ever, coldest spring ever, coldest fall ever, coldest summer ever. And then I start to look at the other South Pole. I'm like, hey, how is Australia's weather? Breaking all the fucking colds. They broke the coldest May ever on record. So I was like, holy shit, all the weather evidence is pointing towards this ice age actually occurring right now. And the one scary thing about it is they showed when this pole flip happens, it begins pretty slow, but at one point it does like a fast leap. How fast? They showed that the woolly mammoths that were eating tropical plants, when the pole shift happened, it was so quick that they froze within minutes, and they still were chewing the same food. So it's like they had food that they were chewing still in their stomach when they turned to fucking ice. So I'm like, man, that's pretty damn fast, right? Like, we're talking a few minutes it fucking happened. So I don't want to freak everyone out. Technically, I'm living in the spot that's supposed to get the fucking ice age, so I might have to move. I really don't want to move because I like where I live, but man, if fucking Ice Age happens, I ain't sticking around. I'm not that attached to where I live. So I don't know, like all this stuff on Coast to Coast, Joe Rogan's show, and this alien stuff and anti-gravity, it really seems to be ramping up more and more over the past few years. Like I got so sick of it, I didn't even want to hear anything more about it because I've been studying it since the fucking 90s. But now it's like we're actually starting to make some more progress. And I think Trump's moon mission, I don't know if you guys heard about it, Artemis, it's really the only thing I like about Trump's fucking campaign at this point. I used to like a lot of his campaign promises, but he fell through on all of them. He didn't fix the economy, didn't stop illegal migration, didn't put Hillary in jail. He fucking failed on everything. And the economy fucking tanked because he put in a lockdown. I know he tries to blame the lockdown on other people, but man, I'm like, you're the fucking president. You locked everything down, you idiot. It's like you should have made a law where you can't lock shit down, and then we wouldn't have had this fucking disaster. Like, people want to stay home and fucking hide in their basement from a virus for the rest of their life, let them fucking do it. But other people need to get on with their life, right? Fucking hospitals were not overflowing. There wasn't piles of bodies from space. That was all fucking bullshit. Yeah, sure, it's as bad as the flu. That's fucking horrible. But still, it's like we gotta go to get on with our life. And they're even saying type O blood people are fucking immune to it. So dear God, we could have stocked all the hospitals, all the fucking workers, all the teachers with type O people and just kept our society going. But no, fucking shut everything down because some people can get sick. It reminds me of the whole fucking peanut butter thing. Like telling kids you can't fucking eat peanut butter. It's like one of the most healthy foods for your fucking lunch. The kids, I'm sorry, that are allergic to peanut butter, they should have started microdosing it because they showed that even the most worst peanut allergies, they take tiny little bits over like a lot of time. Sure, it's dangerous therapy, but they can become able to eat peanuts. So why are you taking away everyone's staple their diet? Because some people haven't got the therapy yet, right? Like, not to offer medical advice, anyone who has peanut allergies, do not try that because it's fucking super dangerous. You have to talk to your doctors to get it. But yeah, they've showed studies that people that fucking are allergic to peanuts, they can microdose it and work their tolerance up to the point where they can actually eat it. So I was like, what the fuck? Why are you fucking shutting down everything in order to help some people that can't do it? It's like we're the babying society. Like, what happens if someone became allergic to bread? You're gonna tell everyone, all the kids, oh, sorry kids, you can't bring fucking bread to school anymore? Like, what the fuck? It's crazy. Yeah, speaking of crazy. No, but yeah, so I'm keeping an eye out for that. See what's gonna happen next. Now, I'm probably going to do another Ice Age show, hopefully before Sober October is over, because I notice I'm able to do the shows quite a bit better then. Don't get sidetracked as easily. Yes, what do you guys think about aliens and UFOs and all that stuff? Do you hate it as much as I did for a while there? Or I just can't fucking stand hearing about it? Or do you actually think there's something to it? Are we ever going to see progress about it in our lifetimes? Or maybe sometime in the future? Do you think aliens are out there all over the universe? We just haven't detected any signs of them yet? Yeah, do you notice that the entire universe is like set up like some giant mystery novel? Doesn't it seem like it's odd? We don't know how we got to the Earth. We're missing half of our human history. I always think of World of Warcraft as an example. You know the planet that World of Warcraft occurs on, or even the Entropia planets? It's like we have this rich history of the Entropia universe existing for millions of years. And then we came to fucking Calypso or whatever and all this stuff. So really, is any of that history real? Or was the simulation just turned on and then we have all this history in the past, stuff occurring in the present, possible future, even though it's all been pre-programmed already? So that's what I started to realize with my dreams. Like, how the hell am I dreaming the future unless everything is already pre-programmed? There's no way you could dream the future if it was already, like, undetermined. Alright, so I got a nurse that's coming over to take some blood work from my uncle. and I just got the call that they got here. There's like a minute left of the show. Yeah, so I'll just wrap it up. Right, today was probably the worst episode for mining, blueprints, and everything. I don't think I got absolute anything. A Gunnier, that was it. That was fucking horseshit. Right, so maybe I gotta try to be more positive. Being so negative seems to be rubbing off on my Entropia as well. Yeah, I don't even know why they're calling me. They don't need me for any of this, so why are they calling me? I'm not going to be giving blood. Alright, so we're at 35,751. Let's roll. 35,769. Woohoo! Alright, if anyone wants to help the show and the coming Ice Age, you can help me out with Patreon, Society 6, Swagbucks, GameKit, Bitcoin, the Virtual Maid Sex Machine that's for adults and men only. But if ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. See, all you need is no weed and you can speak really fast, right? Right, sorry for speaking fast, but what else was there? Oh yeah, I got the Entropia Zine, Raven Jade's links below. And just make sure you never buy a product from my sponsors, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. But yeah, if you happen to get some Element 115 in your vaporizer, it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. If it doesn't happen, give it a like. Thanks, bye.